Welcome to Illo Talk. I am Cory Kerr, and this is day whatever, I can't remember. And we're on an excursion. Yay! Yeah, so today and yesterday, we got a bunch of the visual comm students together, and we talked about storytelling and composition and how to build good narratives. And so we went through a lot of the books that I talked about earlier. Anyway, I've got some footage. Enjoy.
So the first thing we did was get to know you games. Then taco salad. Hi, James. Hi. Say hi to me.
I'm so unhappy.
There we go. Then we did a little blackout poetry where you take a newspaper and a Sharpie and you subtract words. This is a great creative activity to really get you in the mindset. I actually learned it from Austin Kleon, who writes Steal Like an Artist and a couple other things, Show Your Work and things like that. But it's nice to show that you can do creative things starting within extreme limitations rather than starting from scratch and no limitations. Then I took Brian McDonald's book, Invisible Ink, and I wrote a story according to his basic story structure. Then I mixed all three stories together on big Post-it notes, and they had to assemble them. His story structure is once upon a time, and every day, until one day, and because of this, and because of this, until finally, and then every day after that. And if you fill in each of those blanks, which we did here, then you can actually come up with really, really decent and solid stories. So that's what I did over the weekend. Nice little retreat. We had a cabin in the Teton Mountains in Victor, and it was pretty cool. I had about 30 students there, and the idea of the whole thing was to get them started on passion projects. And so we had kind of a social impact theme where we would I had them identify problems that they didn't like or that they were unhappy with or that they wanted to change in society or in the world or in their life, and then identify the solution. And the way I did that, I actually really, really like this. This is a cool thing. So try this, okay? First step is write down a bunch of things that you don't like. A bunch of problems that, injustices, big or small, right? And then choose one of those. And then identify the problem. So if you had a magic wand and you could just wave this magic wand and you could pull like an Inception level, inserting a thought or belief into everyone's brain, what would that thought be that would solve that problem? So for example, racism, right? If you took racism, and if I were to actually have like some sort of ray gun, some sort of thought ray gun, and shoot all of the racists so that a thought entered their mind that they believed, what would that thought be? I think it would be, everyone else is like me. Because that introduces empathy. And if you can eliminate the idea of othering and differences, then you eliminate the idea of racism, right? And many other problems. And so if you have that kind of ray gun or magic wand thought, then you have actually come up with the message that you should convey, right? And then who is it that you're going to wave that wand to? And if you decide who is it that you want to wave that wand to, then you have your target audience. And so first, identify a problem. Second, imagine a scenario where you can make anyone believe anything. And what is the one thing that you would make them believe that would solve your problem? And third, who is it that you would kind of give that thought to? Then you've identified your problem. You've identified your, I don't know which way my fingers are going. You've identified your message, and you've identified your target audience. Now all you have to do is you have a message, you have a target audience. Now you need to build a campaign around that. And that's where we did a lot of these creative activities. And I didn't get a lot of the brainstorming and things like that, but we went over storyboarding and some other things, idea generation. And so it was a fun weekend. We're going to do this every semester, and I will try to better catalog it in the future. But that's what we did. And then also I tried to sneak in a little bit of time, and I inked this guy. He's going to be kind of a character. He's going to be a character. Punny. Pun times. Okay. And then here's his head. Right there. There's his head. And so I'm like working on him and a close-up of him. So you will probably see me color and animate and all that. That guy as well. So that is day 58 and 59 of Illotalk 100 Days of Animation. I am Cory Kerr, and I'm very tired, and I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. So it was a lot of fun, but I did several 2-hour length kind of workshops, and they were kind of creative as well. And I find that to be pretty taxing sometimes. And then I slept in a weird murder shack that was like up the road a bit from where everybody else was. And it was a little creepy. But luckily I was tired enough to go to sleep. Yeah. So, other things I will talk about tomorrow.